chat. Okay, so the left-hand one here was your before.
Yeah.
Grip-wise there, you see the hands are kind of back in the middle of your legs there anyway, okay? So they sort of push back a little bit, which causes this arm to get a little bit sort of tucked up slightly as well. And that grip, for me, isn't far from what the textbook would say as being neutral. But we saw with your swing, A, because of grip pressure, B, because your hands are back behind the golf ball a bit too much. When that club came back, rather than coming back aiming where it started aiming over here.
Yeah.
So the ball would then just curve off to the right. And then you would do everything in your powers to try and send the golf ball left of target. Yeah. Which could involve swinging it left, leaning on the back foot, all of the above, okay? Yeah. There's also obviously a little bit of a movement there, we said, in the lower half where you would sort of slide back in, sort of, again, shift weight by kind of sliding the body, which, again, in time, we won't need to do that once the ball is going in the direction you want it to go. And you come back to the golf ball here now, your hands are going nicely in front impact, but when the hands get pushed forward, that club gets opened up, the ball's going to go further right. So that was your initial setup, okay? This is the little tweak we're going to do now. So that would be kind of a square club face. We've turned it to sort of 11 o'clock. Now, you might find if you're on the range, if you do get a chance to do some practice, that 11 o'clock when you first do it, if you hit 2 shots in a row that slice off to right, make it 10 o'clock. Slice it again. Don't care what it has to go to. Get to a spot where you see a ball going right to left. Because if you keep seeing it going left to right, left to right, left, even a little bit, you'll start encouraging the move we don't want to do. Leaning back, pulling across it, So moving the club to that position there. You can see now on this one foot, we put the club down there. And I'm going to zoom on your hands. The club's just gone down here. And there we go. There's that little re-grip there, which is basically what people will do because the club just feels weird in their hands and they'll just re-grip it, okay? Then you went, oh, I've done it wrong. We lifted it back up again. We then see the club face there. Turned it back down. Then you put the golf club down. Don't change the grip. And then you tip. So you can see your body there now. You've got that spine angle behind the ball. Now, maybe that's a little bit too much, but I don't mind exaggerations right now. It's going to give you a bit more of a kind of a feel of the ball kind of drawing off to the left there, okay? In time, we might neutralise that just a little bit, okay? But for the most part, I'd rather see you be too far this side of the spectrum than being on that left side, as you said before, being ahead of it, which is why you get your irons okay. You get your drive and the ball goes forward and you lean on your left side, you're going to be coming down very, very steep on it. And with the drive, that's going to be no good at all. So with that spine angle now leaning back, see the club face now is square. And as weird as the grip feels, you feel like your grip has massively changed. If we look at those two there, there's not a massive change in where that, then the right hand's gone a bit more underneath.
And that's where I thought, right, I'm hitting it left.
Exactly,
I'm hitting it right.
You so feel it, exactly. But you can see a little change there with those thumbs going a bit more to the sort of right side of your forearm there, okay? Not a massive change visually. Feels to you like you've got your hands under it, doesn't it? When you look at it. So it shows you could go a little bit more, hence the reason why I say if you go to 10 o'clock, even 9 o'clock, you never get the club coming back, you never grip it there. You'd find somewhere sort of in between that, but you'd still go on the stronger side, So once that grip is in a better position, your spine angle is more neutral. Make a normal swing here now as you come back to the golf ball. Your hands again back just in front of the golf ball impact. The club face now is going to be a lot more square to target as you're at the golf ball. So you're not going to try and sort of stop the ball from going to the right by trying to swing it left and do all these things that people like you counteract the shape of shot, okay? So seeing a more neutral flight. And again, when you did it, the first one that went like 192, the number we hit. In your mind, it's like a 50% effort, And that's, absolutely. We're not trying to hit the golf ball softer. But if we can swing it more efficiently, we need less effort to hit the golf ball further. So we can store more energy for a round of golf. I mean, so many golfers, if we look at golf generally, they start off on the first few holes a bit stiff, haven't warmed up. Then they start warming it in the round about hole 4 or 5, get to about 13, 14, and the wheels start falling because they're knackered. Every sinew in their body has been worked 100%. And their arms are like, oh God. And then the last 4 or 5 holes, they sort of tail off towards the end, okay? So if we can get yourself in a slightly more neutral position, make more efficiency with the shot, that ball's going to go further and straighter. And what we want to see is if you do get a chance to go to the range, and if you can't, you can still practice at home. But at least if you go to the range now, your purpose is now not to just try and hit the target. Your purpose now is to actively change your ball flight. Generally speaking, I wouldn't care if you went to the range next week or so and did 100 golf balls and hooked everything 50 yards left. And that'd be brilliant. And if you did it the next time, you go, okay, well, now I need to start moving this way to stop that ball going left. You start evolving movements in the golf swing to send it less left. And they're going to be good things, You start moving your body more efficiently, So the more left you can see that ball going, as in right to left, but the grip's better, the more improved your swing's going to be long term, rather than trying to eventually find target by, as we said before, just aim further left and just turn the hands over and just swing it left and hope for the best.
Yeah.
Okay, does that kind of make sense?
It actually makes sense. Yeah.
Good stuff, very good.